this morning the White House announcing that it will ban, I guess, new downloads of TikTok and WeChat, basically any Chinese company's app in the US. And Melody Hom, I mean, we've kind of talked through the story a million different ways. I suppose this is a new wrinkle. I guess the ban will actually take effect. It's unclear if it's enforceable, if Apple will take these, and Android will take them down from their app stores. What do you make of this wrinkle, I guess, given kind of how things have played out over the last, I guess it's been 6 weeks now?
Wrinkle, or the threat and promise of this threat actually coming to fruition, right? This is what the Trump administration had been saying it was capable of doing, and now they're trying to actually execute and implement this. But to your point, the exact mechanics here, I'm a little bit dubious about how when the clock strikes midnight on Sunday, as the day turns to Monday, what this will actually mean for WeChat and TikTok users. We do know that the administration has said, even if there are some loopholes and individuals will continue to try updating the app and downloading the app for the first time, they will not actually prosecute those individuals. The Americans themselves will not actually be on the line here. So again, what this actually could mean, it looks like it's a longer term play, right? Over the coming months, this would be a phasing out process. I spoke with one analyst who specifically called this a distressed asset, right? Up until this point, we had been touting TikTok's meteoric growth, the stickiness of the platform, how amazing the algorithm is. 100 million Americans are kind of addicted to this platform. But at the same time, it's obviously been a risky bet, even for the Oracles and the Walmarts of the world, as much as we can say it's a treasure trove of data, of all of this information. I am curious to see, after the Commerce Department's announcement today and the potential implementation over the weekend, if in the long run, this will even at all change users' minds, especially the top creators, many of whom have been on this program, who, to be honest, don't actually understand the security concerns or how they differ so vastly from the Facebooks and Instagrams and Twitters of the world. Of course, we know that Adam Mosseri, the head of Instagram, did tweet earlier today, kind of sparking this conversation. And it actually was the first time that the interim head of TikTok did make a comment on the Commerce Department's news. Adam Mosseri said specifically, hey, back up here, this is not actually a ban. It is sort of a quasi-ban, if you will, for the delay in updates and not being able to download the app fresh. But at the same time, this is bad for social media in general. This is bad for the industry at large. Of course, Vanessa Pappas then responded saying, hey, Instagram, Facebook, all of you guys should join in and actually fight this mandate coming from the administration. We did not hear Mosseri respond to that comment necessarily. So as much as he's highlighting the fact that ultimately this unprecedented move from the side of the administration in kind of clamping down on this ultimately is not going to be good for the innovation and good for Silicon Valley at large. But at the same time, this is a huge boon, right, for Instagram's business, which had already been kind of carbon copying the TikTok app with its Reels platform. So ultimately, hate to sound cynical here, but the only real winner in all of this, in my mind, is the Instagram of the world, is the way for Snapchat and Instagram to continue to pivot themselves, even if they're kind of responsible for a lot of malicious behavior and a lot of the same sorts of tactics, perhaps not in the same degree. Ultimately, there's the same sort of, the business model operates in the same mechanism, right? The infrastructure is very similar to many degrees. And then we didn't even touch upon WeChat, right? WeChat, which is owned by Tencent, that is the lifeline for a lot of Chinese Americans, for a lot of Asians here in the United States to communicate and do business dealings with their relatives at home. And there has been a lot of, I can tell you, we love the anecdata from folks that I know and folks that I've talked to who have specifically said this will actually be a huge, red flag for people, not only in their home countries, but also for them to continue to get new clients, to be able to communicate with new deals, because WeChat has been the #1 destination for those sorts of communication.
And guys, let me just add here, I feel it's key we mentioned there are two reported dates here. It's really a two-tier ban. And that's why I think headlines calling this coming Sunday a ban are a little misleading. Sunday, as we mentioned, supposedly TikTok and WeChat will disappear from the App Store in the US. But the real ban as of now comes November 12, if there's no deal by November 12. And as Melody mentioned, the reason this is so clearly, blatantly a political situation, note that that's after the election. The November 12th date just gives Oracle and ByteDance time to massage the terms of what they're announcing in such a way as to satisfy either a President Trump, or if it takes longer, I guess still President Trump, but maybe really seeking for the next president if that isn't Donald Trump, if it's Joe Biden. And so I do agree with what Melody said, that ultimately, come November, will you see TikTok really be outright banned in the US? I don't think so. I don't believe it. And this coming Sunday, even more reason why it's really a soft kind of ban, and I wouldn't even use the term ban, is because if you already have it downloaded on your phone, so all of Instagram, all of TikTok's, millions of users, you're fine. The app is going to continue to work and function. So it's all symbolic. It's all a threat. Similarly, I would say that the Instagram mention that Melody made, and that's so interesting now, Adam Mosseri's claim, and of course he's trying to gain optics points, because even though TikTok is a competitor, they're not trying to rain on their parade and celebrate and say, oh, good, a competitor is in trouble. They're trying to say, no, this would be bad for us and bad for the whole internet. But boy, I think in a way that TikTok interim CEO, Vanessa Pappas, is going to call their bluff by tweeting back saying, as Melody read, we invite Instagram and Facebook to join us in our action, in our legal action. I don't think they're going to join you. So, Adam Mosseri gets the optics points of saying, oh, we don't want our competitor to be shut down. That's bad for everyone. But are they going to actually join TikTok and support their litigation here against the government? I don't think so. I think what's likeliest to happen in the next few weeks, you see ByteDance or Oracle or Walmart or all those three entities together announce some kind of new twist. Okay, maybe it's a 49% ownership stake. Clearly, the biggest issue is ByteDance doesn't want to give majority control to U.S. company, but they could give everything but. It's like when Anheuser-Busch InBev sells off a beer brand it just acquired in the U.S. only, so as to keep their U.S. beer market share at 49.9%. So I think you'll see some kind of bone thrown that can allow President Trump to say, okay, I approve now, because he can still look like he got what he wanted, even though what he initially said he wanted was an outright sale to a U.S. company.
I'm sure there'll be updates on Monday. The story might completely change again, and we will, of course, have all the latest for you right here.
Hey investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.